Welcome back to another episode of Camper Hack. As you see, something's happened here, huh? We walled off that front end after we did the window delete. But also you notice some paint missing. Got a patch job up here. What the hell's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. We had some leaks. So I came in the other day and there was just a ton of water bellowing out of here, and I could not for the life of me figure out where it was when I was climbing on top of the roof. And it was raining and it was getting wet and it was getting nasty, and there was water pooling up right here and draining over here, and there's water draining over here. And I traced it down to, well, I ripped this open because it was a little bit rotten, and you can tell that there had been some steady water damage here over the years, and it was kind of bubbling and rippling. So I just ripped all that out, and I found a hair fracture right here that was just letting water in. Plus I noticed that the screw hole on one of the screw holes from our trim job wasn't sealed all the way, and it was also letting water in, which is draining through here, draining down there, filling this up. And I could have sworn it was this window that wasn't properly sealed, and so I threw way more glue at it than I should have, only to find out that it was a little pinhole. And so that's where that paint came off of. And then I was just messing around with this and I pulled that off. And there was water pooling up right there because also that water was just flowing all the way down. And so I made sure to double check the trim there and re-glued any trouble spots I thought there might be. And so now we got to do some more painting. But first, you know what? This is just upsetting me right now. Both sides, they've suffered some water damage. They look like crap, and I want to fix that today. And we have a couple of options here. I was just going to leave it because I thought I only had one option, and I thought that one option was to just measure it out, throw a sheet on there, and then take the window out again, and then cut the window piece out. And I was like, man, that's going to be a pain in the ass after I just resealed those windows. They're doing great. Those tubes of glue were super expensive. I didn't want to waste any more, so I was like, screw it, I'm just going to run it. But then it dawned on me this morning while I was sipping my coffee, looking out the window, checking out the camper, realized I got all kinds of that painting paper crap. I can just tape it off with the window, use that as a template, peel it all off, trace that on some plywood, cut that out, set it right in there, screw it in place, and bam, Bob's your uncle. We got a solid piece there, a solid piece there, we'll have a solid piece there, now we have a solid piece there. I think the cab over will look pretty spiffy. So I'm going to go ahead and head to the old Home Depot and go get me another sheet of plywood, because I used my last sheet making that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And then if there's some time, we're going to go ahead and throw another coat of paint on this. I still have some of that nice cool Bears, a cool blue color Bears paint. It's like 43 bucks a gallon, so I've had it since last year. Might as well freaking use it, right? That's what I think. Okay, so I'm going to go get that plywood, and we'll be right back. Okay, we got the plywood. That parts run took a little longer than I thought. Had to run some errands, do some chores. And now it's about 5 o'clock. I'm a little bit tired, so I think I'm going to do some prep and some demo today, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on the old time lapse, and I'm going to zip that out, pull down the curtains, take the little curtain holders out, both sides, and then start ripping this old nasty black mold ridden shit out, and then see how I feel after that. All right. So you can see what we're working with here. Looks like that gray Kills paint is holding up all right. And you can definitely see remnants of black mold there. Black mold there, plus it's just water damage to all hell. Let me throw this up over here for the window delete. The other styrofoam insulation that we had was pretty cheap stuff, and actually when I pulled it apart it was partially melted, so I opted to just throw in another layer of that. Okay. Let's go ahead and start ripping this apart. Alright, this is what we're working with. Gotta say that Kills gray paint there is holding up pretty alright. I see a couple black spots, but it's actually so freaking humid in here right now that I pulled out all that damp, nasty wood that I'm gonna let her air out overnight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to that side, and I'm just gonna crack open all these windows and just let it dry out, because it needs it. Okay, this is what we got. It is super humid in here, so I think I'm gonna let her dry out a bit. Should probably clean off some of this black mold. I might just, I don't know what I got to clean it with besides a brake clean. That'll pretty much kill anything. So I might just douse it with a little bit of brake clean and hit it with a rag and call it good. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today. It smells like brake clean in here instead of mildew now, so that's an improvement. I'm gonna go ahead and let it air out. Let's crack these wide open. This can only go open so far. Is that max? And we're gonna let her air out. When it gets a little darker, a little later before I go to bed, I'll button her up, throw the dehumidifier on here, and dry it out for the day. we'll see you in the morning. So, final closing thoughts before I shut her down for tonight. I redid this cab over around this time last year. But what I didn't do last year is I didn't pull all the windows and I didn't redo all the trim like I did this year. And go check out those other camper hack videos. You'll see when I pull all the windows, every single one of them leaked. The cab over, just, it wasn't good. And the trim was leaking and everything. So, I mean, after I restored it last year, it made it through most of the summer. It made it through from June till about August, and then it was toast. And then it continued to get shit on for a few months until the snows came and it froze. And I started working on the camper again, I think in February. So, lesson learned. Don't do the interior until you pull all the camper shit, or until you pull all the windows and trim and get that done. Oh. Man, that insulation job looks like shit. Got inside and outside and all over the place. I think I'm going to take some of the, I got more of this reflective bubble wrap shit. We'll probably throw another layer there and there, just for consistency's sakes. All right, let me get out of here. All right, it's the next day. Got the dehumidifier going. It smells a lot better in here. Got the dehumidifier going. We got her down to 30% humidity. It's good. And feels pretty full. Oh yeah. Check this out. Let's see this. Alright, that was quite a bit of water, so dehumidifier did its thing. Everything should be dead in here now after spraying it down with a brake clean, wiping it off, airing it out, running the dehumidifier. It's a little warm in here. I think it's going. Go ahead and open her back up. Okay. Oh yeah. That's good. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and make a template for there and there, and get to cutting. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this yet, but I think I'm going to use a combination paper, tape, and cardboard to make me a template, and then I'll trace that on wood, cut it out, slap it up, see what happens. Okay, that will serve as our template. I'm gonna see if it fits over there. That should fit. It should be pretty much the same size. I mean, nothing's square on this camper, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was completely off, but let's go ahead and give that a try.
That'll work.
Close enough for rock and roll. Minutes. So I figured while we're waiting for that skill saw battery to charge up, we have a little panel thing right here, and it's a little bit too long, so I'm just going to remove this, and then when we hang that other piece of plywood over, we'll determine how much we have to cut off. It's probably just that much, I imagine, but first things first, let's get it removed. Still waiting for that battery to charge, so we're going to go ahead and hang this piece sticker side out. I would like to hide the sticker, but this side's a little gnarred up, so better planning next time, I suppose. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. looks all right. That will do. Certainly a lot better than that rotten crap that was in there before. Okay, we'll hang that piece next as soon as we can get that battery charged. Then we got to cut a new piece for that. We got a little overlap here. It's okay. It's an old camper. You don't have to be perfect. All right, we got that side, the other side to fit well enough. So we've got the one side hung. Now we just need to tack that in there. Okay, we got both sides hung. Go ahead and get that rear one put up. And then we'll do some painting. Alright, we got that patched up. Just need to do that side now. She'll be good. She's a little too short, damn it. Dang it. Man. Okay, I just decided to cut another piece here. That fits a little better. A little better. Good enough. There we go. All right, we got her. So we're gonna go ahead and sweep it up in here, get her prepped for painting now. Maybe give her the old hot rag treatment, but I think it turned out all right. Good enough for my purposes, at least. this Dynaflex 230 sealant left just a little bit. So I'm just going to touch up these seams. Paint here. Going with this Bears marquee. Is actually pretty expensive. I think I paid like $43 at Home Depot last year. And I thought I needed 2 gallons. And I was a little bummed when I didn't use all that paint. I thought I wasted some money, but apparently I just saved myself a trip to the store this year, so worked out pretty good. So we're gonna use a couple of rollers here. We may use this one, may not. I did a little bit of prep, took some things down. I mounted these drawers, and I don't feel like unmounting them, so I'll probably just try to work around it. It'll be fine. All right, let's get to it. To be honest, I'm kind of running out of steam here, so I'm just gonna throw on that coat real quick. And go grill me up a steak. Alright, it's the next day. The camper has dried overnight. It looks pretty alright. I think we'll just stick with that one coat. Yeah, there's some spots here and there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it back together, get the curtains hung back up, put all the cushions and stuff back in, make it look like a camper again. Okay, she's somewhat put back together now. Pretty much what we're working with. Alright, I think we're going to call the cab over finished. I was originally just going to leave it and deal with it another season or whenever, but I looked at it too long and it started to get to me. And one morning I woke up and I had an apostrophe. "Smee, I think you mean an epiphany. Lightning just struck me brain." And I realized that I can just make a template out of whatever. I was going to make it out of paper, but I made it out of cardboard. Made a nice template, worked for both sides, bought me a piece of plywood, traced it out, cut it out, bam. That was easy. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad my subconscious just put together a nice game plan. I didn't have to think too hard on it. Just had to stare at it and sip my coffee. Love it when that works out. But the camper is mostly put together now. I still got to clean the floor a bit and figure out how to maximize storage. I'm going to hang some hooks and things so I can get my broom and my axes and my machetes and tools and stuff set up so they're not flying around. So stay tuned for that episode because I don't have a game plan for it yet. I just have a couple rough ideas. So Thanks for sticking around this long. If you found this video helpful, useful, entertaining in any way, go ahead and smash that like button. It really does help this channel out a lot. Gets this content out in the world and out to other people who might have similar interest like you and I. Throw some comments down below if you have any questions or suggestions on how I can further utilize the inside of this old camper for overlanding. Always looking for new ideas, so maximizing storage is going to be my next challenge to tackle. So if you got any suggestions, love to hear from you. Subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. We got a few more that we're going to pump out on the Camper Hack series before we go out camping. And if you're just now tuning in, go ahead and check out all the other videos we have on this camper. There's quite a few now. I don't know what episode this is. I don't know if it's like 8 or 9, 10, 3,500, who knows. I know we got a few. Just go ahead and check those out. Go ahead and check out all the other stuff I have for you as well. We got some overlanding videos, got some truck videos, got some maintenance videos. We rebuilt this camper last year before we sprang a leak. Had to redo it again. But check all those out, and I'll see you in the next one. I got some work to do.